This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of the LEGO set, The Lonely Mountain. This is a set that came out with the Battle of Five Armies wave, but is based off of the Desolation of Smaug. And I do have one missing piece for it, which is the end piece for Smaug's tail. I should have it somewhere. If not, I could order it, but the piece is a little more expensive, and I didn't want to be buying that since I bought Rivendell so recently. So I will be showing it off. With that being the only piece I could definitely confirm is missing. So let's go straight into this, looking at the figures. And I decided to keep using this Dimensions base plate because I thought it looked really nice. So we'll take a look at our figures, starting with Dwalin the Dwarf. And Dwalin, it's a pretty impressive look to be upgraded. He did also appear in the Unexpected Party set. Or I think it's Unexpected Get. I think it's something like that. It was on a bag end, but he has this cool emerald axe. And the printing is pretty impressive. And the figure looks really nice overall. And in the Battle of Five Armies wave, it gives you all the important dwarves. Although the one really odd decision I never really understood is that the King Thorin minifigure did not come inside of this set. It came inside the Battle of Five Armies set, which I will be reviewing, but it's so odd that Thorin, with his crown on and everything, did not come in this set, which was really important to the character and even has the throne for him. Also, that Day 9 also came in that set. It could have been interesting to swap it out, but this was kind of based on the battle in Desolation of Smaug. The second figure we have is Philly the Dwarf. He came in the Mirkwood Spider set, which I reviewed a few weeks ago. He's a pretty good looking figure. I think he has the exact same head prints. And putting it back on, he's a pretty impressive figure with the printing on him and looks really cool. The next one we have is Killy the Dwarf, and he looks pretty nice in this Erebor armor. More of a neutral expression on one side, and a yelling expression on the other side. He has a black sword, and the figure looks pretty nice. Moving on to Balin the Dwarf. It's actually a really nice figure to have him in multiple sets, since besides Thorin, he's probably the closest one with Bilbo, and in the book visits him after Bilbo returns to Shire. And the figure has some nice expressions, a smile on one side, a frown on the other, really nice torso printing, and yeah, it's a pretty cool figure. The final figure from this set is Bilbo in his later appearances, where he has the blue coat on. He has Sting and the One Ring, a frown on one side and more of a screaming expression on the other. This Bilbo looks really cool, and if you want, you probably could improve him a little bit more by adding the fur piece that came with, I believe, like the penguin and a few other figures onto his coat to make it a little more popping out, but you don't really need to. Sorry for the jump cut, I swear to God, every time I try to record a video, I get interrupted. Never happens any other time but when I'm trying to record. It's super annoying. But time to look at the final figure, which is also the most expensive figure in it, which is Smaug, and this is a really impressive figure. He has a lot of articulation. The wings are also really interesting with them being this and like rubbery fabric. He has claws, a really cool head mold where the fire comes out. It's a shame that he only came in this set and couldn't have been in more, because this is a really impressive figure. The neck looks really cool and has a good amount of articulation for both sides. And you can turn his head around a bunch. He has all these scales at the back. And the tail does have a piece, which I said I am missing. This piece is like $90, so I'm going to see if I can find the one I have first. And if I can't find it, then I will buy a replacement. But I'm going to be waiting for that. The bottom of him has some pretty impressive designs. Even the loose scale down here where he is killed by Bard. And I wish he was also included in that set. It could have been cool to have 2 Smaugs, but it looks really cool. And it's really awesome we have Smaug since we never got a Sauron official minifigure. We did get the Necromancer and the Eye of Sauron piece, but we never got a figure of Sauron to show him in his true form. And yeah, Smaug looks really nice. One of the coolest figures I own. And I'm going to be putting him to the side because he takes up way too much room. And I won't be able to look at the set itself because he's almost as large as the set. So now I can zoom in a little more and take a look at the first thing, which is this little pile of gold. And it can be removed from some layers. Where we have a sword and a cup hidden down here. And inside here, as long as I'm careful trying to pop this off, we have 3 diamonds in here. And I was only careful so I didn't lose those diamonds. It's a cool little build to represent a mountain of gold. But now I can move in and look at the main build of the set, which is Erebor itself. And we'll be refocusing the camera. Yeah, this is a really impressive build. If you want, there is the ability to remove this section. And that's mainly for transport because it's not super stable to be holding this completely for it. And isn't really meant to be displayed like this, although you could take the Throne of Erebor and place it separately. It's more meant just for transportation, I believe. And I will pop it back on. Yeah, this is a really impressive set, and one thing I want to mention here is if you ever get a Lego set that doesn't include the stickers, you are able to contact Lego. That's what happened when I originally got this set. It didn't include the sticker sheet, and I was a lot younger and didn't know you could get a replacement one, so I just built it and figured, oh, I won't be able to use the stickers. I did buy the stickers for this, and was disappointed really when I learned that they actually could replace them. But I was still just a little too young to figure that out when I got this set. And didn't know it and didn't really want to look into it, but now that I care a lot more about completing the sets, I definitely put the effort into making sure I got the sticker sheet for this. So yeah, I'll look at the throne section first. And there is this staircase, which if you push the thing back here, can pop off, which shows some hidden gold down there. And placing it back on, it's pretty simple. The stairs lead up to the Throne of Erebor, where it includes the Arkenstone, and it's not the perfect piece, but still looks pretty good, and I think if they design a new piece for it, if they do return, since the Arkenstone is mentioned on the Lord of the Rings page for Lego, it could be awesome to see the Arkenstone return and have a new piece created for it. But yeah, there's some nice details up here, like these little gold designs. There it has these nice pillars. And looking around, these pillars lead up and they look really nice. They could have maybe more of a damaged effect, but I still really like the look of it. Moving to this section, there's some really nice stuff. We have a little anvil down here, forging. We have some armor, which you could pretty easily remove to the side. It's placed on these little torch pieces, and you can use this to armor up some of the dwarves for combat. Over here, there's another little thing where it's easy to remove, but you have an axe and a small little, and I can't even think, it's like a a rock hammer. I can't remember what the piece's name is. You have a ladder leading up here where you have a catapult where you can launch these gold pieces out of. Looks pretty cool, and you're meant to launch them at Smaug. You then have this wheel which carries up gold, and although it isn't meant to hold it, you can't really keep it up. You can slide it back and forth. But again, once you kind of let go of it, the gold does lower, and you can basically lower it all the way to the ground. Yeah, I wish there was a way to kind of secure it, but if you do just bring it up, you can secure it like that. It just can't really do it with it being weighed down. There's this really cool gold effect down here where you have a thing leading up to it, the golden river, which is what they do to attack Smaug in the movie. Moving it to the backside, I'm gonna take a look. At Hosek from the backside, and if you take the Arkenstone, you could also place it in here. It's kind of hard to reach. This is meant to be where the Arkenstone is hidden, although it is from the backside, so it doesn't really make too much sense, and I can't really do it without getting in a lot closer. But over here we have the secret door, which you can take this key, place it in, and use to open the door leading inside for the company to enter into Erebor, where specifically Bilbo to put on his ring and enter in, kind of hidden. You have the shovel here, and you can take a look at what it looks like on the backside. There's this little hidden cave, which is more just for stability purposes and having that large rock piece in there to keep down the piece count. You can see the little area you can turn to lower the chain on this and move it around. Sorry, it does have a little gap, but it still looks impressive. And here's the mechanism to blow the stairs off. And yeah, honestly, this is a really nice set. It's really expensive because the Smaug figure is worth like $400 to $500 on its own. And Bilbo is also, I think, a pretty expensive figure. I think the rest of them are reasonably priced, but this is one of the sets that I probably would never have been able to get if I didn't get this when it originally came out. I would have had to wait a long time to get it, and I'm definitely glad for that because this is a really nice set, and it's a really cool addition to my collection. And I want to know what you think. I think this set is really cool and it has really cool stuff. But again, if you want to get it, this set is expensive because of the Smaug figure, and he has so many exclusive parts to him. So please let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.